Hey y'all, back at it. Excuse my teeth, I was just drinking some coffee. But my son is asleep now. I got him situated. Has allergies. So got him situated and he's asleep. So I was like, I can finish the video off. As I always tell you, family comes first. Okay, I gotta make sure my family's straight first. Anywho, back to the story. So if I'm not mistaken, the last part I left off at is I was working with the divine. Alright, so this is how it worked. They were ciphering my energy. It was a deal. This was the deal. As I think I told y'all about the deal before, about the powers and everything. So I allowed them to cipher my energy so that they can be able to get their lives right. That was the plan. They supposed to get their lives right. Right? However, they had a side deal that was going on it was more stuff, because I told them, you have to get your life right. If you want to get out of here, you got to get your life right. And I allotted them to utilize my powers for a certain amount of time. So they went along with it. They was like, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do it, because they pretended as if they really want to make change. Because at first, it was a bet and a bet. But then once they got down here, they looked at it like, okay, the bet was still on. All right. So the bet was still on. But however, they was like, we ready to go. We tired of this. We ready to go. Some of them was ready to go. But however, they didn't want to do the work. They thought if we can just cipher her energy and take her energy, we can get out of here and still do what we want to do. That's how it was. So what happened was, throughout time, they still had their little evil ways. So what happened was, nobody changes overnight. So they still was on that, money, power, respect type idea. So I was promoting love. They was promoting money, then power, then respect. So what happened was, anytime I promoted love, they started telling people, hey, the more material things you have, the more love you will receive. That's how they promoted throughout time. So that's why people start stealing stuff from people. People kept stealing and taking and killing and stuff like that. And so in their head, they was like, no, we're telling people to try to create more. That's what we're doing. We're on the same team as you. We're telling people to create more. We're telling people to do better. But lo and behold, they're teaching people, kill somebody off and then take what it is. Take their ideas. Because I was providing information. And they was like, nah, take it. This and that. So they still had their evil ways. But what was going on is, I was naive. Because in my head, I'm like, it takes time. It's going to take some time. So I was naive. And so anytime I promoted good, they threw bad on it. But they flipped the script, manipulated. They was manipulators. They'll manipulate me, make me look at things differently. Like, well, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing that. I'm like, oh, okay. Keep giving them chance. Because what? I have unconditional love. Keep giving them chance after chance. Well, after a while, I started noticing, like, all right, now, y'all doing too much. You're doing too much. That's when the spells start coming in. So they realized we need to get control over her. Because we're going to take this power one way or another. We're going to control this situation one way or another. We're going to control here. We're going to take her ideas and control here and make it the way we want. And we're going to get back where we need to go. So whenever we come back, we got what we want, both ends. So they basically just start torturing me. Anytime I became rebellious against what they was doing and catching on what they was doing, they would torture me. They kept torturing me. And somehow I would wiggle through whatever they was doing and stuff like that. So how it worked was, whenever they had me on board, I wasn't doing any killing or anything. So we're going to fast forward to now so it can give you an idea how I operated. So I got 3 songs. Just 3. I might add, I might not. I don't know. So one is Money, Power, Respect. The other one is more money, more problems, and then when it all falls down. All right. So if y'all go listen to music, any type of music, if you pay attention, there is a positive and a negative in it. So I'm gonna just jump down to like more money, more problems with Mase and Diddy. Technically, my spirit is communicating through Mase. Do y'all know that Diddy is part of the... Ooh. Yep. Diddy is a part of divine. Yes, his spirit is part of the divine. Yep. His, Ye's, Beyonce, Kim. They are all part of the divine. Yes, they are. Yep. They don't want me to tell y'all this. You know why? They feel like I'm being a snitch. But this is the crazy thing. They threw all of this energy out on me, and they was lying on me the whole entire time. Throughout centuries, they've been always showing, like, how can I say, showing one hand and hiding the other. And throughout centuries, they've been putting all this stuff on me. So in the world, y'all don't know that part, but in this higher up, my name is known across the board. Okay? Anytime something goes on, the ones that know about my spirit, anytime something goes on, they said it's me. She's doing it. She's putting spells on us. She's the ones causing the issues in the world. She's the ones causing the wars in the world. She's the one doing this. She's the one doing that. Certain celebrity died. It's my identity that's being taken. They'll announce my name. They'll say, oh, it's her. She's the one doing it. Just to let y'all know, my name is known in that system. But the only ones that know are the elite, the ones that's on the divine board. And the only ones that know other than that are the people that they pulled into the system. The ones that they brought into those secret societies. So you have the council. And then you have, I'm going to call y'all what it is, the minions. The ones that do all the work. Remember when I told y'all about the middle child? The divine is the middle child. They have people above them that's doing stuff, that's taking certain hits, and then they got the ones at the bottom, the minions are the ones that's doing the work. Ask yourself, throughout this process, when it came like the Diddy and Kim family and Beyonce them family, they just walk through without any problem, right? Look like they had a clean slate up until this past couple of years. Y'all, now everybody hearing stuff. Because that's how it goes. So, yeah, that's really what it is. Now, there are other people that's on the council. There are some other races that's on the council as well. There are. However, that's why they've been getting away with so much for so long. They don't want me to tell on them, but I have to. I have to present this information because everyone lies. Everyone. But the thing about it is, we have to realize that no one's perfect. We all have flaws. Does that mean you need to go out here and act up? Nah. It just proves that you need to just have a heart. We all gonna fall short here and there. Okay, we all gonna have moments. We all gonna have slip ups. But the thing about it is, along you can have a comeback on it. Along it don't corrupt you. So, back to what I was saying about the divine. So, how it is when y'all listen to music, you're going to hear the positives, meaning like, all right, the positive, all right, when you hear like more money, more problems, you think, yeah, I get more money, I can buy this, I can buy that. But if you listen to the song, Mase is basically explaining to you what goes on when you, because of having that money, if you don't know how to handle it. No different than money, power, respect. No different than when it all falls down. When he talk about how the system is, how having money and stuff ain't all what it seems to be. So that's where I come in the world. So when you look at movies, TV shows, and everything, you're gonna see a positive and you're gonna see a negative. I told y'all in one of my other videos. Everything in the world is a positive. Everything in the world has a negative. You have to figure out which side you want. All right? That's it. So when it comes to the divine, like, they did their part when they was on the outside. They did a part on the outside. But when they came on the inside, after I was cleaning up shop, that's when it became corrupt. So, yes, what they was doing, torturing y'all at the beginning of time was right. Because y'all was evil mother suckers. Y'all are. And how my spirit became part of y'all is whenever, because my energy was down here, whenever one of y'all, when y'all passed away and y'all came back, my energy is what sparked inside of each every one of y'all. And they needed me to do that. Because my energy, that's how they kept me. So y'all know how, I'm put like this. Do y'all know how like animals in the wild, they put tags on the animals, or like cows and all that? They need to tag me. They tag me on everybody in the world. So when you talking about being raped, that's kind of really what it was. I was being tagged. Because they need to keep tabs on me. Because I was a runaway. Any single time when I found out they was putting spells on me or doing something, I run away. And then somebody will come find me, woo me all over. We didn't mean to. We sorry. That was this person. That was that person. We didn't mean to. Please come help us. We're really trying. We're trying. Can you come help us out? All right. I ain't keep doing this. I know, we sorry. Then what they'll do is be on my side, help clear stuff out. That's why if y'all look at time, y'all notice that, look at how we went from no technology to technology. So it's like the caveman times to the, the old school TVs to the new technology. Every time y'all see a huge jump, it's because that's when they end up pretending to be my friends. That's when they pretend to be my friends. Now I gave them more information because guess what? They can't think on their own. All right? I'm the reason why all this stuff is being created. My imagination. I told you, before this place was nothing but I ain't say, but this place was nothing but dirt. Dirt and trees and stuff. It was chaotic. It's like a desert. It was chaotic. It was horrible. You think back there in the what is it? Like what's the movie 300? What those times you think that was bad? It was horrible. Okay, horrible. People was eating people. That's how bad it was. Cannibalism was a thing. That's how they survived. Because guess what? Everyone is from different places. So y'all was considered as reptilians and celestials. They was eating each other. Yes, y'all was eating each other. That's why all y'all DNAs, everything got started getting switched into it. Either y'all, it was the survival of the fittest, however you want to call it. Y'all was eating each other. Yeah. That's why when it comes to secret society, that's why they thought you had to eat people in order with my energy. That's why they thought they had to eat people in order to get my energy. It wasn't like that. It was just because I was giving it. I was just allowing it to flow because I have that spiritual gift. All I had to do was stop talking to people, and that's how I disconnect. Along I communicated with them through my original form, then that's how I go. But they thought they had to eat people. They thought that's how they was doing. That's why they did a lot of stuff. Yeah. However, so what happened was I was naive because spiritually I was a little kid. So this is another thing. So even though spiritually I was a little kid, when I came down, I placed myself in like a teenager body. Okay? I placed myself in a teenager body, even though I was a kid. But my brain was that amazing. So I was in teenager form. Cause I know y'all probably like, but I don't get the age thing. Because I put myself in a teenager body form. I allow myself to be a teenager, form up into a teenager. However, I still had that kid-like spirit, but very intelligent. So throughout centuries, they played me over and over again. They took my thoughts and created them as their own, and so forth, so on. However, I started paying attention to a lot of things, And so what I did was, at a very early stage, I went straight to the future. So one of the times when they was beating me up really bad, yeah, beating me up, like, beating me up real bad, I went into a trance. I went into like a coma. And I was out. I was out for a while. So I utilized that time in the spiritual world, and I went to the future. I went as far as I could into the future, and I got to see all the mess that they was going to do to me. Yep. I saw everything they was going to do to me. Even Ye, all of it. I saw what was going on. And that's when I found out they was using him. Because they know me and him was technically connected. We are married in the spiritual world. That's my twin. Okay, we was married in the spiritual world. We attached. No matter wherever he go at or wherever I go at, he can feel my energy. I can feel his energy. We can't run from each other, even when we tried. And we tried. He tried to run from me. I try to run from him. But it's like elastic. It always pops right back. And we both fight each other, just let you know. Not now, but we used to fight each other because we try to run from each other. But our energy is like that. So that was the other part to it. So what happened was, I went into this future. I saw what was going on, and I saw that my twin was playing mind games on them. And see, the only reason how they could get me back into their graces because of him. He would love bomb me. Yep, fake love. He would love bomb me. He'll to make me feel like he really cared and he really wanted to make things work between us. And that's how they get me. And I'll fall for it. But then over time, I broke it off. And that's when he realized what was going on with him. However, and that's how I was able to show him what was going on. And that's how we was able to allow things to work out. So this is what happened. I allowed all the crazy stuff that they did to me. That still happened. But I put little, that's why I did stuff with the music the way I did. So even though they thought that I was still on board with them, with, you know, providing my knowledge and information and stuff, they were stealing certain things. I allowed it. I allowed them to steal it. Not saying that I wanted them to steal it, but I had allowed the course to run its course. I had allowed everything to continue going on. So I put signals in the songs. I put signals in the movies. I put signals because I knew they was going to keep putting spells on me. I had to let them believe that they was winning. And what happened was, when it came to this time, when Ye and me came into this world, I was able to get his attention. So he put signals in the songs for himself, and he put signals in the songs and stuff for me. We put signals throughout everything because we knew that they was about to take both of us out. Because once they start putting spells on him is when they almost got us. So that's what happened. It wasn't so much that I didn't do anything to hurt anyone. I was trying to help heal everyone. But I had to play along. I watched. And that's why they confused, because they thinking like, Dad, but we had her on spells. And we did. I was paying attention. I knew what was going on before it was going on. So whenever a spell hit me, I knew in my spirit it was fake energy. And that when I realized it was fake energy, then I was able to overcome it. Like, that's how I was able to overcome it. That's how I was able to know what's going on, because I put in the movies and stuff. Because over time, they got cocky. What cocky people do, they like to advertise what they do. So I allowed them to think that was the thing to do. Yeah, go out there. Tell you I'm a great motivator. Go out there, let people see what you really do. Put it on Jump Street, throw it in their face. They ain't gonna know. They stupid. They ain't gonna know what you doing. They ain't gonna know. You throw it out there, put it in the movies, put it in the TV shows. Let them see exactly what y'all do behind closed doors. And then pretend like that ain't what y'all do. And they fell for it because they didn't have love. So I knew eventually people would start realizing what was going on. I knew eventually people would start focusing on themselves and seeing something ain't right here. And look at us now. Look at the way the world is, how amazing the world has become. And this is supposed to be hell. Don't get me wrong, when you pass away, you do go through hell is a different form. It's in your mental. You go through mental issues. That's the way it is now. That's the way I have it set up. It's a mental thing. So that's why I say you in hell, heaven and hell on earth. It's a mental. I took it from yes, you go through stuff, but it's like this. It starts in the mental first. I give you opportunity to fight the demons on the inside first. And if you can't fight them, then they're going to manifest in front of you, because it's like, if you can't figure it out up here, then I got to present it to you in your reality. That's it. A lot of y'all going through a lot is because of the fact that you're still fighting those old demons, those old things from your past lives and your past situations. And when you don't allow yourself to heal yourself on the inside, now it's out here in front of you. So when people cheat you, when people be hateful towards you, when people come at you and all of this, when you angry, it's because you didn't allow yourself to understand who you are on the inside. So now the spirit is like, I got to show you on the outside, because apparently you were ignoring me because you're so focused on everything else. So now I'm going to present it to you in your reality. I'm going to throw it in your face. No different than that face-off y'all doing with Trump. It's being thrown in y'all faces. What y'all been going through on the inside, y'all didn't heal it. And that's why y'all confused on why all this stuff happening now. Because all that stuff, everything that's happening now is what y'all was internalizing. But y'all couldn't see it. Because y'all thought that money, power, respect was the key to life. So in order for you to know what love is, you got to have it in front of you. Now y'all realize, dang, we don't love it. Why? We don't love each other. We don't appreciate each other. We're not accepting each other. We're not understanding each other. Because if we was, why all of this stuff is in our face? Why we have all these issues? Because every single person that was in that march never marched on the inside of their homes. See, the problem is in this world, just like the divine and everybody else, everybody want control. Everybody want to control something else, someone else, because they don't know how to control themselves. The key to life is love. Because if you don't understand this, how can you understand this? How can you understand the beat to your heart? How can you be happy? How many of y'all get happy and then y'all shut it down quick because you're like, it ain't gonna last long because something always happen? Because you so prone about money. You're so worried about the money. I know you need money to survive, but that's what you're focusing on. Okay, you run out here. You work long hours for this money, but you don't realize you're dying on the inside. By the time you finally get to the money, you closer to your grave. And then you wonder, where's the power? Where's the respect? Because you didn't respect yourself enough to love the power within inside of you. And without the power inside of you, how can you be able to understand the love for the money that you're running after? On that note, y'all have a blessed day.